The little girl clung tightly to her father's hand as the rain poured across the city sidewalk. She had no idea that within the next few minutes, a simple joke spoken by her exhausted father would completely change both of their lives. Sometimes destiny doesn't arrive with grand speeches or dramatic entrances. Sometimes it appears quietly, disguised as an ordinary stranger carrying invisible scars of her own. And when two lonely hearts finally cross paths, even the smallest words can echo for a lifetime. Before we continue this emotional journey, please take a moment to like this video, leave a comment telling us if you believe in kindness and second chances, share it with someone who loves heartfelt stories, and subscribe to Soulful Stories so you never miss another inspiring story. For nearly 6 years, Daniel had been raising his daughter Lily alone. Every morning began before sunrise. He prepared breakfast, packed school lunches, rushed to work as a building maintenance technician, picked Lily up after school, cooked dinner, helped with homework, and somehow found enough energy to read bedtime stories before collapsing into bed himself. Life wasn't glamorous, but every sacrifice felt worthwhile whenever Lily smiled. She had become the reason he kept moving forward after losing his wife to a sudden illness years earlier. Money was always tight. Bills stacked up faster than paychecks arrived. Daniel often skipped buying new clothes so Lily could have everything she needed. His old jacket had faded from years of use, and his work boots had been repaired so many times they barely resembled the originals. Yet he carried himself with quiet dignity because he believed that character mattered far more than appearance. Across the city, Emily lived a completely different life. As the young CEO of a growing technology company, she spent her days surrounded by polished offices, important meetings, and endless responsibilities. Newspapers admired her achievements, but very few people knew how lonely success had become. She had learned that many people admired her title more than her heart. Genuine friendships became rare, and honest conversations almost disappeared beneath expectations and business deals. One rainy afternoon, fate brought their worlds together. Daniel had rushed into a neighborhood cafe after picking Lily up from school. Both of them were soaked from the unexpected storm. Every table was occupied except for one where Emily sat quietly reviewing documents while waiting for her driver, who had been delayed by traffic. Seeing the father and daughter shivering near the entrance, she immediately invited them to share the table. Lily thanked her with bright eyes while Daniel apologized for interrupting her work. Emily smiled warmly and assured him they were not interrupting anything important. As the three shared the small space, Lily happily chatted about school, books, and her dream of becoming a veterinarian. Emily listened with genuine interest, surprised by how refreshing such innocent conversation felt after months of endless corporate meetings. When Lily excused herself to choose a dessert from the display counter, Emily complimented Daniel on the way he cared for his daughter. She said it was obvious that Lily felt completely safe beside him. Embarrassed by the unexpected praise, Daniel laughed softly and shrugged. He joked that whoever eventually found someone like Emily would surely be the luckiest man alive, because kindness seemed much rarer than beauty. Emily looked at him for a long moment before smiling with quiet honesty. She admitted that she had secretly hoped a man with a heart like his might someday say those words about himself instead. Daniel froze. No expensive compliment, no dramatic confession, just one simple sentence that neither of them expected. For the first time in years, someone had looked beyond his worn clothes, tired eyes, and ordinary job. Someone had seen the father, not the paycheck. Neither rushed the conversation afterward. They exchanged stories instead of promises. Emily spoke about the loneliness that came with success, while Daniel shared the challenges of single parenthood. By the time the rain finally stopped, something invisible had already begun growing between them. Weeks passed. Emily found reasons to visit Daniel's neighborhood cafe. Daniel slowly stopped believing these meetings were accidents. Lily quickly adored Emily, not because of her success, but because she listened carefully, remembered birthdays, attended school events whenever possible, and never tried to replace the memories of Lily's mother. Instead, she honored them. Many people questioned Emily's growing friendship with an ordinary maintenance worker. Business partners whispered that she deserved someone wealthier or more influential. Social media users invented stories they knew nothing about. Daniel heard the criticism and quietly stepped away, convinced that Emily's reputation mattered more than his own happiness. Without warning, he stopped answering her messages. Emily understood exactly why. Instead of giving up, she appeared one evening outside Daniel's apartment carrying groceries for Lily's birthday dinner. She gently explained that real love is never measured by income, status, or public opinion. The people who truly matter judge character, not titles. Those words broke through years of insecurity that Daniel had quietly carried inside himself. Slowly, they began building something stronger than romance. They built trust. Emily encouraged Daniel to pursue the engineering certification he had postponed for years because of financial hardship. She believed his intelligence deserved recognition. Daniel studied late into the night after Lily had fallen asleep. Months later, he passed with outstanding results and accepted a supervisory position that offered better pay and more stability. Meanwhile, Daniel reminded Emily that life existed beyond quarterly reports and investor meetings. Together they explored parks, attended Lily's school performances, volunteered at community shelters, and discovered happiness inside ordinary moments that money could never purchase. Their relationship transformed not only themselves but everyone around them. Emily's employees noticed she became more compassionate. Daniel inspired other single parents by proving that asking for help was not weakness. Lily flourished under the support of two caring adults who loved her without conditions. Years later, during a charity event organized by Emily's company, Daniel stood before hundreds of guests. Looking across the audience, he saw the same woman who had once shared a cafe table during a rainstorm. This time, instead of worn-out work clothes, he wore the confidence earned through perseverance, humility, and love. He realized that the greatest gift Emily had ever given him wasn't financial security or professional opportunity. It was the courage to believe that he was worthy of happiness again. And Emily often admitted that Daniel had rescued her just as much. Before meeting him, she had built an extraordinary career but forgotten how extraordinary an ordinary life could truly be. If this story has touched your heart, please like this video, share it with someone who needs hope today, leave your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Soulful Stories for more emotional journeys that remind us love can appear when we least expect it. Special request: before this story ends, tell us in the comments, do you believe kindness can change someone's entire life? As the sun set over the city that evening, Daniel, Emily, and Lily walked hand in hand through the park where laughter echoed louder than traffic. Nothing about their journey had been easy. It had been filled with grief, doubt, sacrifice, and difficult choices. Yet every painful chapter had quietly prepared them for the life waiting ahead. Their story became a reminder that real love does not search for perfection. It searches for sincerity. Sometimes the richest person is emotionally empty, and sometimes the poorest person carries enough love to transform every heart they meet. In the end, they discovered that true fortune is never measured by wealth, titles, or appearances. It is measured by the people who choose to stand beside us, especially when life gives them every reason to walk away.